Welcome back to another episode of your favorite black male show, the one and the only, the Brother Pill podcast. I am one of your two hosts on this legendary podcast. My name is O'Shea Duke Jackson, here with my man Steve the Dean Williams. Before we start the show, I'll just introduce myself. O'Shea, as I said, follow my main channel, O'Shea Duke Jackson. That will be in the description. Over 42,000 subscribers over there. Plenty of good videos. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell on there. And then also follow www.negromanosphere.com. That's the daily lifestyle magazine that we have for black men in America and across the world. And let me introduce my good buddy here, co-host Steve. What's going on, Steve?
I ain't your buddy. That's what they said in No Country for Old Men. I ain't your buddy. Nah, what's going on, O'Shea? Hey, www.themanmindset.com. It is a sad, it's a sad day for black men.
Let's talk about that, okay? So, Steve, very often you say that materialistic possessions do not make the man. And I'd have to say this in this one case is very evident of what you're saying is so true with regards to that, because many black men who are coming from nothing, something similar to Tyrese and how he grew up, we figured that these resources that we acquire, that we would acquire at some point, our status or fame, it does present us with the level of masculinity. But again, you're right that no matter how much money one has, if you are still unaccountable and emotional, you're still going to be a wreck. But before we kind of get into Tyrese, let's talk about the man mindset, because a lot of brothers, again, they are chasing money, they're chasing fame, they're chasing popularity, but they're not chasing the mindset and the ideologies and behaviors of men. Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah, the man mindset is not about what you do. It's not about your job. It's not about your cars, your money, your clothes, or your houses. It is an internal journey that unfortunately young men don't go through today. Like I've always said, O'Shea, around 7 or 8, you as a young man, you got to cut the umbilical cord and no longer relate to mom. But unfortunately, because, these kids, you don't have dad, they have to relate to something. But the man mindset teaches you to look beyond what the TV and media is teaching you, number one, to also learn about your self-worth as a man and demand more out of women than just fucking them, getting them pregnant, and having to deal with the shit that Tyrese is dealing with.
Okay, let's kind of start a little bit before we get to Tyrese's situation right now. Excellent singer.
Yes.
Very, and I'm not, very good voice. I remember Tyrese's first, my encounter with him at least was he was singing on a bus stop, like in a bus, right, for a McDonald's commercial, that classic commercial. And and he was like a lot of dark skinned brothers, man, because he kind of got like a lot of African features with him, man. If you look at him, he like one of them niggas from over there. Yes, and man, he really seems like he really worked hard. He transitioned from he went from singing, and then from singing he got into acting, and then he got on the Oprah Network and stuff. Seems like things were going well. Always around beautiful women. Then he got, what's this movie that he was in, Steve? This
I can give you a list of
Fast and the Furious, right?
Well, yeah, but he was in a few other ones.
Okay.
He was in Four Brothers. Well, he was in Baby Boy. I think that was his.
Yeah, Baby Boy. Yeah. The guy who made John. What's his name? It's the same guy. The same guy who created Boys in the Hood, right?
John Singleton. Is it Singleton?
Yeah, John Singleton. Yeah.
That was the one that kicked him off. Really kicked him.
Yeah, and he did an excellent job in that movie. It was a wonderful rare part for him. But again, he's a guy. He talks about, Steve, that he didn't have a father in the home. He did grow up in church, which is just as bad, I think. But let's talk about the early things, because Tyrese is like a lot of black men, coming up without the dad in the house, and then kind of looking for a surrogate father. Now, what's the problem when you don't have? We talk about a lot, but what's the problem that men have when they don't get dad in their life?
Well, when young boys don't get dad in their life, it's a misbalance because you need a balance. Okay, you need the love and affection of mom early on in your life,
Mm.
but then you need the hardness and tough love of your dad as you get older. And what happens with a lot of young men when they don't have dad in their life, what happens is they what we call go out of nature. Have you ever seen a show, O'Shea, when animals attack?
Yes, I've seen that before. Oh yeah.
Okay, so the prime example is this. When you take an animal out of his nature and try to make him something that he's not, he may conform for a little while until he realizes what he is. There's a saying on a TV show is you always should tell the king what he should do, not what he could do. No, I think it should do it because if a lion knows his own strength, no one can stop him. And it's the same thing. These young men are out of their nature, meaning they're acting more feminine, more
Mhm.
emotional, and their behaviors are more like women behaviors than men behaviors. So the kickback of that being out of your nature is that you get more men that do more abusive things. You get more men that act out, shooting, killing, just doing everything in the name of love and stuff like that. You got a man that is built on testosterone, right? But have an emotional kickback on the back end. And those two combinations are like a deadly storm coming together. So it's a lot of things, but that's the majority, sir, of things.
Okay, so let's kind of talk about this, because you mentioned abuse, and before we want to get to the crying episode, Tyrese was married to a young lady named Norma, very attractive again, kind of lighter woman. Daughter's name is Shayla. Now, what the woman is saying is that Tyrese did exhibit certain abusive behaviors. I believe not only to her, maybe, but to the daughter as well. That he beat the kid, and because of this is one of the reasons why she is lobbying to get full custody of the child. Now let's talk about this, because you said when you were raised around a woman, you do become more abusive. Now, many people in society, Steve, feel that women are not violent. So how is it that you think that, because when you look about violence and stuff, you always think about men being violent. But why would a man become abusive if he's living around his mother?
Well, because okay. Remember let's think about an imprint.
Mhm.
When you're with mom, like I say, when you're with mom from the beginning, she gives you nurture and caring, and those are things she should give you. Again, yes, please, thank you. No, just mannerisms and all that other stuff. But after that point, if there's no cutoff, then what happens? She drizzles more over to teach you not to respect authority,
Mhm.
not to respect your dad,
Mhm.
making you the man of the house, making you her husband, her feeling husband or boyfriend, and not in anything sexual. It's just that she tries to make you uh not the man of the house, but try to fill a role that you can't fill. But what happens with these young men, O'Shea, is that they you only copycat what you're around. So if you're around an emotional, we know women are quite emotional, but all you see is a woman, shut your ass up, boy. You ain't gonna do it, and throwing things, and your daddy wasn't shit, and beating the kid and all that other stuff. See, with dad around back in the day, it was
Mhm.
just a look. Or it was just you wait till your daddy get home type shit. You be like,
Oh
oh,
yeah, oh yeah, I
you know what I
remember
mean?
that.
It was that powerful.
Mhm.
But without there's no You wait till your daddy get home. So it's more, your daddy ain't shit. Your daddy's never been here for me. And one by one, mom not say, I don't know the situation, but I'm sure so many men have come in his life that, are you my daddy? Are you my daddy? Are you my daddy? Are you my daddy? So it has effect on the young man where it's pent up anger and frustration that, you know, it really hurts a young kid when he's going out and he sees, let's say a Spanish family. I won't say white because I don't want to piss people off. Like a Spanish family where the dad and the son are playing catch, right, or throwing football around, or doing an activity that fathers and son do, and he looking around is like, well, where's my dad at? Pent up anger. So what that does is, like, you know, when you shake a bottle of soda, it boils up and boils up. And then all it's going to take is a situation with his woman to not go the right way, and he spills over, sir.
Okay, so that's a very, very, very strong point. So I'm not trying to blame Tyrese for anything, okay? And this is a channel for men. We are not going to take a woman's word for anything over here, because you're going to be always innocent until proven guilty, not the other way around. But when you look at the actions of Tyrese with the pleading and the crying on Instagram, please don't take my baby, you definitely can tell that, I mean, to me, when I see her saying that he could be abusive, when I'm looking at this guy, the way he's acting makes me definitely know that he's unstable. For him to even get on the camera on television, on Instagram, and record himself doing that shows me that you're an attention whore and you're unstable. And people who are unstable and act like that, which is very feminine line, I can't discount the fact that he's at least capable of doing something like that, because obviously you can tell he don't have it all. Based off of that whole thing, I mean, what did you think, Steve, of that particular lashing out on Instagram and begging what was your take on that?
Well, before I give you my take, can I got access to his prenup. Can I read this to you a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
According to the docs, his normal, I guess that's the bitch's name, doesn't get a piece of any of his possessions, not his production company, not his cars, not his house. The prenup does state that Normal will get a lump sum of $50,000 for every year that they were married, maxed out in 10 years. Couple was only married for 10 months. So the prenup says that either side files separation or divorce, Norma has to move out of the house within 60 days, or Tyrese can get the court order to make her move out. Okay, that was just wanted to read that to you real quick. Okay, I thought it was acting, really, because I'm sorry. You can't tell me a grown ass man, hey, can't get no jobs in Hollywood.
Oh man,
I got friends that make millions of dollars and not there for me. And wait a second, let me get the onion. And when I was saying was my baby back, don't come back. Man, if I could just play Tyrese's dad for one moment, I would tell my bitch, baby, I'll be right back. I'd hug my other kids that were born from love and not a fuck. I'd see out the door. I would get in the car, get on the bus, whichever way I can get to that motherfucker. I would kindly walk up and knock on the door, and as soon as he opened that shit, I'd punch him right in his fucking stomach or his chest and walk the fuck off. That's what I would do. Because you know what? This is the problem with men today. Now, what's funny is everybody's making a joke about Tyrese and this situation. But what's funny is what most guys don't realize, that's how women see most of these guys. That type.
Stop right there. That's a very good point. Say it again.
What's funny is most guys are sitting around laughing at Tyrese, thinking he's funny, he's making jokes and memes. But what they don't realize is this is how women see them. Not the crime, but the bitch assness. I don't even want to say that's a puff daddy thing, and I don't want to be taking nobody else's shit. So it's more of the weakness of men. That's what they see.
Okay, so let's see that, and let's be more specific because this is a black male show. Definitely, a lot of black women see black men. I would have to say a great majority of them. I would be shocked if most. Okay, what you just said was so spot on. Do you feel, and elaborate on this? Do black women see black men as weak like Tyrese, and if so, why?
They see them. Yes, they definitely see these guys weak like Tyrese. Absolutely. Because what a lot of guys don't understand, they do not exemplify what is known as an alpha male. And they don't show those types of characteristics that you need that is seen as one. They're always bitching, they're always complaining, they're always blaming, they're always they display a lot of feminine characteristics instead of alpha ones. Loyalty, no intellect, no passion, no control. They're too predictable. They're not. Alpha males are unpredictable, but these ones are predictable. Alpha males are patient, these guys are impatient. uh, Weak guys are not assertive. There's so many things that go along that women need in a man, but what they see are the Tyreses of the world. See, a lot of guys think they laugh at this thing, but they don't understand that they're the joke to women. And they're always scratching their head. Well, I got the perfect job. Well, I did this and I did this. So why she treat me like that? Because she sees you as a Tyrese.
Okay, well, let me kind of talk to you about this because, and shout outs to some people that are in the chat. I know we have 153 people there. Yeah, that fast. So, Steve, if you want to bring the call, start the call-in show, then you can. Let me do this for those of you who are watching. Number one thing, we want to welcome you, brothers. We love you. We love fellowshipping with you. I saw a lot of the same moderators that were on the interview that we just did with Alan Roger Curry. And so what I would like to do for those people that are in the chat currently, we have 152 people watching right now. If you can like the video, that would be very, very appreciative. Okay. And then also I want to give a shout out to a few of the people who have already super chatted in the stream already. And let me go ahead and do that. And give some shout outs here. And so for the people who've already super chatted, number one, we have Young Guru, thank you for our super chat. And Z-Man, thank you so much. And then from the earlier, I had Black Rage 843 and Spider for $5. All right. So what we want to do is let's talk about this, and please get the likes up, brothers, if you're coming here into the chat. Steve, we want to make reference to the fact that California is a very liberal state. All right. Are you there, Steve?
Yeah. And we're and the lines are open. But yes,
lines are open. Okay. California is a very liberal state. And many men who are in Tyrese's situation, many fathers, many black men, because black men pay a lot of money in child support, black men who want to be fathers have been defeated by the system.
Yes.
Many of them have felt or do feel the same way that Tyrese is. They can resonate with him in this particular video. Maybe not with the dramatic crying and things of this nature, but do you feel at some point, because we got to have a discussion about the laws being fair against men, does Tyrese have a point when he's saying, don't take my baby away? I want to be a father in the kid's life. Because many black men feel like this. So, does he have a point in your opinion, Steve?
Well, something okay. He has a point, but something is just not right because the court, unless something is going on or unless you have done something, 9 times out of 10, they want the father to be in the child's life at a 50 type thing. Now, don't get it wrong. It's never 50-50 with the government. So please understand what I'm saying, everybody.
Okay.
But again, I don't know. Again, if even abusing her or putting hands on her and there's a record of that, she can fuck him for a long time. And that's why we always say to guys that just because you're living with a woman or you're dating her, uh don't uh don't get her pregnant. Now he got married and had a child,
Okay.
but again, I don't something we're missing something here because usually the courts want the dad in the life. They want the dad in the life. But again, like you said Tyrese had certain type of behaviors. I'll do some little quick research, but the question I'm asking, did he abuse her or not? Now, for a lot of guys out there, they got to understand this. What you got to understand for you black men out there,
Mhm.
if you get a woman pregnant, okay, that's not your wife. Now, again, even if you get her pregnant, there's a chance that you'll get 50-50. But understand this: there's an asterisk, there's a but here. When as soon as that plus sign is shown after she pees, you have no more power. I'm just letting you know that. Right? You have no more power. The government and the family court system is against you. But only on top of that, real quick, I don't mean to go long, O'Shea, but
No, it's
on
fine.
top of that, you have to be prepared for her to coddle her son. You got to be prepared for her allowing other men around your children. You got to be prepared for her speaking negative about you. You got to be prepared for her projecting anger at him on you. You got to prepare for inconsistent discipline. You got to be prepared for her smothering the child, trying to run his or her life, trying to raise a young man on her terms or what she thinks is a man. It goes on and on. And I don't want to go too long, but I'm just saying that this is why we always tell you, I don't care if you living with her and everything is good. Don't put until you put a ring on her finger and make her your last name, do not get these women pregnant. Because again, O'Shea, I truly think that, like you said earlier, his abusive nature or something he has done, and I will look that up right now, probably has an effect on why she has more control over the girl than he does.
Okay, let me do this. And I want to give two quick shout outs. My man, Ronald K. Armstrong, filmmaker, great brother. O'Shea, keep up the good work, brother. Thank you so much, Ron. Appreciate you. Howard Cooper from the 808. Love you, brother. Always supporting. We have 189 people here, and we do have the lines are open. So if you want to talk, please call in 50515605973. Please press 1. And again, brothers, we have a lot of people that needs to hit the like button if you're on the current stream. For those on the restream, let's get the likes up. Okay, let's support the show by just hitting us with a free like. Now, Steve, here's the problem that a lot of brothers have. Okay, a lot of brothers that watch this show, they're gonna feel me on what I gotta say, especially if you're a brother that got kids. If you're a brother that got kids, press 1 in the chat so we can resonate with you. I don't have any children, but if I have my brothers that have kids, please press 1 and please call in because we want to talk to you about this particular situation. All my black brothers that have kids, and they have kids with one woman. I believe Mr. De La Cruz may be still with the same chick. But once you have kids with one woman and that relationship does not work out, what I've heard many black men say is that once they decide to get into another situation, LER movement, if you want to link, you're welcome to come. Once they get into another situation, Steve, with another woman, even if they both moved on, The baby mama is then gonna take the initiative to keep the child away from the father. Now, this is something that has happened all of the time. We've heard this. I cannot say for sure that this is happening now because if you look at what Tyrese has done, the first woman was attractive. He is a high value man. He's a simp, but he does have a high value with women. He will pretty much be able to get back with another woman at any given time. The second wife that he has now is much more attractive, in my opinion, than the first wife. And so now all of the allegations are coming out against him as a bad father and these things. So could it possibly be that she, the baby mama of the first wife, is this a way to get back at Tyrese for getting another woman, for not having the stick to itness to stay with the first lady, to stay with her, and she's only getting $13,000 a month. Meanwhile, the new wife is getting everything that she feels that she should get, and so now she's going to really try to make Tyrese's life a living hell by controlling what is something that he cares about, which is his daughter.
Well, okay. I just want to say, you have two calls to queue, but I pulled up information on what happened and why, if you want to know that. But
okay, let's go ahead and talk about that then real quick.
Okay, now I'm going to answer your other question after this. But okay, so basically, what happened is that there was a temporary restraining order granted to Norma or whatever, because the actor was getting visitation. Okay. In the court documents, the wife Norma accused Tyrese of abusing their daughter on August 19th, alleging that the actor pushed the daughter on the ground, pinned her face down, and put his knees on her back, grabbed her hands with one arm, and beat her with the other. Also, Norma alleges that he hit her between 12 and 16 times, leading the child to allegedly later tell her mother that she couldn't sit down due to the pain, that dad beat me so hard it hurts when I sit down. Also, she claims that Tyrese was diagnosed with bipolar disorder as well as manic behavior by three therapists, and also she also expressed she was deeply concerned about the actor taking the daughter to Dubai. Excuse me. She also claimed that the actor held contact between her and her daughter, while the daughter he withheld, the contact. And also, apart from alleging that he abused the daughter, Norma also wrote the declaration that he was prone to beat on people that he has conflict with, and had hit her a number of times in the past, including when she was pregnant with the daughter. Now, with that being said, O'Shea, to answer your question, is that this is why I sit back and I smile. The lights are shining on me today. Oh, it's pretty funny. It's funny. Black men always get mad at me when I say this, but the black men, y'all gonna understand what I'm about to say. See, he knew what he was getting involved with before he even got her pregnant. See, the thing about black men is that they are under this false lie that her attitude is just her loving me because she never loved a black man before. Her wanting to be abusive and screaming at me is just her crying out because daddy never pushed her on a swing, and her being this way just makes her more strong and a strong black woman. So what you brothers do is you let this behavior, you tell her it's okay. O'Shea, he knew what she was.
Mm-hmm.
Like the regular black man, they let this shit slide and let her think that, okay, it's going to change, because I'm going to be there for her and I'm a lover and my love is going to be so strong. It's going to fill in the gaps of that, her daddy not being there. Nah, motherfucker. This is what you get when you deal with the angry black woman. Now, I'm saying all of them are angry, but when you deal with an angry black woman, this is what you get on the back end. So everything you're saying, O'Shea, was what happened. This happened before the kid was born. That's why I can't feel bad for Tyrese, because this is what most black guys do. They accept that shit as being the norm, sir. You do have
okay. Well, let me say this real quick, because let's address this real quick because you said he knew what he was getting into, but here's the thing, and I can't say. I mean, maybe he did know he was getting into something, but here's the thing: a lot of these guys have been socially programmed, Steve, to believe that they should have to put up with black females. Shit. Now I'm going to tell you this personally. I was brought up to feel that I needed to negotiate with African American women or just with women of a certain ilk, and accept their personal issues, whether it be good or bad. Now, I mean, not that I was just directly told this, but indirectly. And I think what's happening when you have somebody like Tyrese was definitely been feminized. Those traits that we should think are bad, and they are. When we see bad things happening in any kind of woman, we downplay them. Oh, she's just tripping. Oh, it's just, my girl is just acting up. And we kind of overlook it in accepting that and not necessarily checking it at the door. Because again, we know that we don't like. I mean, because as men, we all know, even men that grow up with single mothers, we can understand when a woman is being disrespectful, or we know when a woman does something because we know we don't like it. You get an adverse reaction to that. Man, I don't like what she's doing, but you're told to kind of smooth that shit out. So what it is that, yeah, you know what you're dealing with, but then again, you're taught that this is something that you should accept. Do you understand?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yes.
So I believe that you're definitely right. So here's the thing. Let us make it plain for these brothers out there who, number one, you're going to come across a woman that may be beautiful like Norma, and she's going to give you shit. Let's set the record straight, Steve. What should these men not be putting up with, and what should they be checking at the fucking door immediately?
Everything. Okay. Everything. Guys in the queue, we got you. We got you 3 in the queue. Be patient. We'll bring you in. Everything. Let me tell you. This is what I stress to all you black men who don't understand this. That abusive, mean, hateful, fucking independently dependent on like being a lone black woman is the same black woman that goes to her job Monday to Friday and shuts the fuck up, doesn't yell, doesn't scream, has a smile on her face, and does what she's told every day for 8 hours a day for 5 days a week. The difference between what she's doing over there and what you're doing over here is that, like Tyrese, he realizes you have no standards. You don't have a backbone. You don't have balls. And you don't have fucking anything about you that resembles a man or a person with a foundation. But to answer your question, but that's why they do that to you. To answer your question is that you got to get with somebody that is not your loser ass friends, because you are a percentage of the weak ass motherfuckers you hang out anyway. You got to get around a man that can teach you how to be something that you're not. Because a lot of you say, well, yeah, I'm a man. Yeah, you grew up. Yeah, you look like what they call a man. But if you open up the inside of you, it's empty inside. There's no heart, no passion, no drive, no dedication, no discipline, no any of these things to be able to do, because the job has those things. Mission statements, legacy statements. Because, O'Shea, am I correct? The job tells you before you walk in the door what to expect. Am I wrong?
No, you're definitely right. Let me do this. I have my Google Hangout. We have LAR movement. This really was at first a 4-man team, and then it became a 2. And then sometimes when LAR has time, we're a trifecta. So welcome to the third host of the Brother Pill podcast. He comes on when he can because he has a busy work schedule. What up, LAR?
What's going on, good people?
Did you buy a mic?
Oh yeah, I had it for a little bit.
Boy, look, you trying to get like, boy. Steve, you helped buy him that mic, man. I know y'all both in Houston, man, but
I haven't seen Steve yet. I'm gonna wait till the Cowboys start losing some more to try to reach out.
Then beat his ass when you see me for
He
him.
gonna hit me with a bat. He
Please.
gonna hit me with a bat.
Beat the shit out of that nigga. But LAR, man, I'm glad to have you back on the show, man. Let me kind of weigh in on this from your perspective, brother.
I actually just did a video on this shit that when I first got home. I think one of the things guys aren't really raised, especially black men aren't really raised to say that women look at us as the enemy. So by the time that women become adults, they've already been ingratiated us as being out to get us, and we're late to the party. Mm-hmm. Like, as far as the way the girl did the thing, that's normal. Once a guy moves on, if you get a girlfriend, if you get remarried, if you have more kids, she going to court. First thing she gonna say is either, she needs to keep up her lifestyle, or you was abusive to the kids, or you a molester, or you done shot 3 people in Brazil. She gonna say something. My thing about it, honestly, is I don't like the way that society is simping for baby mamas. Because every time a baby mama says something, the courts jump on it, the police jump on it, the social media people jump on it, people's families jump on it, and then 6 months later, a year later, they be like, she was lying. No shit. You see people do this shit every day. Mm-hmm. Like, nobody just sits back and says, you know what? I can't take this girl serious right now.
Right.
With him, they're living on social media. I don't necessarily like that, but that's the way he lives. He crying over his daughter. Can I get mad at him about crying over his daughter? No, I wouldn't have got on social media though. Just me personally. I'm like, yeah. But
a man doesn't show his weakness, and that's the problem. Again, a loss of a child, hurts a man, but he doesn't come out. If you close your eyes and change his voice to a woman's, wouldn't he sound like a woman? Do those behaviors?
Yeah, definitely.
And that's what, again, that's the issue that we're having. And LAR movement, you're absolutely right in everything you said. But here's the problem: women don't respect bitches. And I'm not calling black men bitches. I'm just saying that there's certain types of behavior that they see that they won't respect. And that means that they're going to show who they really are up front, because they know you ain't going nowhere, motherfucker. You ain't going nowhere. Yeah. You're going to stay right where you at, and you're going to take this because this fat old ass right here, or these big fat titties right here, you ain't going anywhere. And that's how listen. It's very rare that you meet a woman who waits all the way till the baby's born to start acting out. And it does happen sometimes. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, because women go through shit with the baby. Sometimes they even hate the baby and shit. So things happen. Chemical shit happens with women. But the majority of the time, not just black men, but this is a black men show, so we're just saying black men. Most black men know LAR movement and O'Shea, what she is. They know what she is, but they give her the excuse of being the strong, independent, or I got to take care of her, man. And then when they get bit, they want to complain.
She's the girlfriend version of mama.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. O'Shea fornicate.
Okay, let me do this real quick because we have 248 people watching already. So I want to thank you, brothers, for coming over to the PL tonight. We have about 50% of those who have liked the video. Now, again, this is called the Brother PL Podcast. Okay, brother. So this is what we ask for you, for those of you who are watching the replay and those of you who are watching live. We want you to just do us a favor, go over and like the video, right? And the reason why we want you to like the video is so that YouTube will promote the video, right? And for those of you, we want you to call in and share your experiences tonight. 515-605-9373. Press 1. Again, 515-605-9373. Press 1, call in. We want to talk to you. And again, let us get the likes up on the video if we can. We have so many brothers in here watching right now. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, if you're listening, go ahead, subscribe, hit the bell, right? This is a channel for you. A lot of good information on this channel. So again, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell while you're listening in. And Steve, let's go to the first caller.
And O'Shea, what happens is they try to act hard around us, but, you know, like the Obsidians of the world, they use him as an example. You know, they try to act all hard and shit, but when they get around a bitch, they start sounding like this.
Can't give up on her, but I don't know what to do. I really don't. There's nothing I can do. I'm powerless here.
See, that's the kind of shit they see anyway. Let's bring in the first caller. Eric over 647. What's your name? Where you calling from, sir?
Yo, Shay and Steve, you some gossipy guys, bitches, bro. Fuck the both of you.
Is that what I say? Excuse me 1 second. O'Shea.
Uh-oh. Here we go with the fuckery. Here we go with the fuckery, man.
Look here, you fuck boy. I got your number, bitch. Shut the fuck up, you cake ass bitch. Hey, shut, motherfucker. All right, let's get the next call. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, it's no problem. Let's go to the next caller.
Eric code 385. What's your name? Where you calling from, sir?
Hey, how you doing? This is Duran from Utah. I got a question for Steve. You know, me personally, growing up, nobody in my family was ever married. And then one of the things that always drove me in life was to potentially be a husband and to be a father. And I'm kind of discouraged now. I know that I would ask about you, but you're really the only person I know that is in a married relationship. What I want to know is, what does it take to make keep a relationship healthy and for it to sustain in the long run?
Okay, can you turn on your thing in the background, because we hear you. Can you turn it down for a second, please?
All right, fine. I'm gonna walk outside.
Okay, yeah, come on outside. Come on outside. All right.
Can you
Yeah, we got you. No, wait. Okay, it's very simple. It's a system that I have, a very simple system, and it is a meeting and dating phase. You got the relationship phase. You got the living together phase, the engagement phase, and the marriage phase. Between every phase, you must have a powwow of expectations with that woman of what you want and what she wants. And if you cannot agree to between 70 to 100% of those things, you fall back and she becomes a booty call. You don't go forward. Oh, I'll mute you because I answer your question. I'll mute you because we hear some background noise. But the thing is that you fall back if you can't agree on things. And one thing you never do is you never force her hand and force her to be something that she's not. Accept her for what she is and understand that she is just that good for that phase in your life, and you got to keep moving on. Finding a good wife is something that should be like a needle in a haystack, because you need to find someone not only who respects you as a man, but respects your name and understands that you are king. And if you can't find that, you're going to deal with situations like this with Tyrese that just go from one thing to the other and allowing bad behavior to go through and disrespect. And you know, they laughed at me. I was on a show yesterday, O'Shea. The black women laughed at me. They say, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I said, "Ladies, I don't deal with love relationships. That's why y'all get yourselves in fucking fix and fickles and shit, because y'all looking for love. I tell them, get into I want a respect relationship. Fuck love. I would rather take the respect over the love. Love can come. Love comes and goes, but respect is for fucking ever." O'Shea, what do y'all got on that, guys?
Let me see if O'Shea. I think he walked.
Okay, what you got on the LAR movie?
I think that's true. Is that me doubling or what?
Yeah, let me turn you up and down. All right, try it now. Can you say something?
Check. Still up?
Yeah, you hear? You hear?
Yeah, I can hear. I'm just trying to make sure I don't double so I don't mess y'all up.
Yeah.
Okay. Good?
Yeah, you good. I mean, I don't hear you, but yeah.
No, okay. I mean, respect is a love language to men. Like, if a man doesn't feel respected, he's not going to be there regardless.
Yes.
He's not going to be around you. You know, if there's no respect, there's no honor. he's not going to be around because the gloves might come off and it might go left.
Yes.
So I think what a lot of us men are learning late because of our upbringing is that some of us are ingratiated in that Disney mentality. Like if I give her love, she gonna respect me. It's like, no, you got to respect yourself and you got to make her respect you, because it's just like having a good reputation. You know, people around you are going to say, yo, that dude's cool. That dude does this. That dude is this, and that. So this is how you got to approach this guy. It's not, people in society don't love you. You have a reputation built on the respect of the things you did or the disrespect of the things you didn't do.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So that's just my thoughts.
Yeah, and you know what's so amazing about that is just like the job. You don't just walk into your job and get a raise the next week unless you're in the boss's office sucking his dick, of course. But other than that, you don't just get a raise. You got to bust your ass and work hard. Fortunately for us black men, or our black men, is that we don't believe in ourselves. And how can you? Because mom never taught you to believe in yourself. Being with you and marrying you should be something a woman needs to go outside, slay the Minotaur, and bring his fucking head to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro with one hand while she's cooking your dinner in the other. She should be bending over backwards, doing everything she can to get your last name, because it should be an honor and a privilege to have your last name. But unfortunately, for a lot of you black men, you don't have the standard of your last name. You know, if you look at, I don't know, what are these Fortune 500 companies? I don't know. What's like Google or Facebook? You know, the name has its own standard. The name is you know, if you go into Google and you know it's a standard that is set already by the company. And I don't care what fucking attitude that you have outside of Google, you ain't bringing that shit here. We gonna check that shit at the door. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem with our young men. I'm not saying beat a woman. I'm not saying shake a bitch. Now I know O'Shea would like to shake a bitch every now and once and then, but I'm just saying. I'm saying the worst thing a man can do, and key word is man, is walk away, because then that makes the woman realize what she has lost, not you. O'Shea, you got 2 in the queue, sir. One.
Let me also do this real quick. I want to shout out some of the people, man. Sanche Jones, always supporting the show with the $25 super chat. Diana Powell's, she raised Patreon change from $5 to $10. Finally, glad to finally help and wishing you some success. I'm always here, usually in the background. She loves the show because she thinks it's funny as shit. My man Reese Jizzy 40, thank you so much, man. $5 super chat. Irvin Jones, what up, peeps? Shout out to you, fam. And I think I just had somebody else. My man Tay Fat. Steve is on point today. Y'all niggas chill and don't make him snap, because he will. Let's get this game. Ellie, I'm on point as well. Thanks, man. Appreciate you guys. And all of you who have super chatted and you didn't get the new ebook that Donovan has just created, please drop your emails from those people who have super chatted. I will send you the new ebook. But if you're on Patreon, the ebook is already on there. But if you're not a Patreon and you did super chat, just drop me your email and we will get the ebook that Donovan roll over to you. So let's bring on the other caller if we can, Steve.
Yes, and Ralph, listen, men can have emotions, but men should never be emotional. Emotions mean, like, if O'Shea was climbing up a tree and he was about to fall out of the tree, like, oh shit, look out, O'Shea. That's emotions. But what you see from Tyrese is emotional. So you got to learn how to separate the two, young man. Area code 224. What's your name, sir? Where you calling from? What's your question?
Hey, how's it going? It's Mike from North Carolina. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello. I agree 100% with LAR movement, but I'm also glad that Tyrese put this video out, because he also proved that men and women will never be equal as well. This is a prime example. Rob Kardashian did the same thing. He also got clowned.
Well, what was the thing? What did they both have in common, though?
They both cried on social media.
No, but
like,
what did they women see them as?
Of course, they saw them as weak men.
There you go.
And they thought they were gonna get sympathy from social. They also got they like get sympathy from social media, like women would. I'm like, you can't. We don't have that option, unfortunately. Men just have to learn how to tighten up and just move on, get better.
Well, it's eyes forward. It's if you are upset. They always say for men, never let them see you sweat. Now in today's world, they want you to be emotional because they're like, boys should show and display their feelings type bullshit. Whatever. If y'all want to live by that bullshit, yeah, go ahead. Anyway, if I lost a child or I can't have a child, nobody's gonna know. If it's gonna pain me or hurt me, I'm not gonna show the whole world that I'm fucking weak. That do I want to get some female sympathy because I'm crying? I think that's what he was trying to do, O'Shea, shedding some fucking crocodile tears so these bitches would be like, oh, let's be on the side of Tyrese. Man, all that shit is bullshit, dog. You just got to be strong, man. What y'all got on that, fellas?
No, I definitely agree. What about you, LAR?
For me, it depends, because I thought about Deion Sanders. He used his situation with acting like she was whipping his ass, to make himself look weak so he can get everything he can get out of that divorce. I think guys are trying to do that nowadays. That's what all the filming and taping and all that stuff is about. Do I think this particular one's going to work? Not necessarily, because he's an actor and they're going to say he's acting. So, would I do it? No. Because to be perfectly honest, I don't think it's a good idea. But I don't think it's a good idea because when women, if he cries like this and guys clown him and then women clown him, a lot of these women don't understand. There are guys like him who will cry like that on social media and snap in public. So if he can't get, any sympathy from the court, he can't get any sympathy from society. You don't know what they'll do next.
Oh, and they have people. They show men killing themselves and killing the wife, and they kill themselves. That family court system shit is some fucked up shit. And a lot of guys have killed themselves because they can't see their kids. A lot of them.
Right. Now here's my thing. Now, $13,000 a month, that's a lot of money. That's something to be crying about.
But 224. But let's ask the question though. Now, 224. If I was your boy and we were rolling together, you wouldn't be getting married. Like I told O'Shea. O'Shea and I were talking one day, and I told him if I had money and I was single, I say O'Shea would be my pussy scrap getting motherfucker. I will give him dental. I'll give him medical insurance. Hell, I'll even give him a car, a house. I'd set him up, and he will have just one job and one job only. When we're walking down the street and I see a woman, I'm going to nod at that bitch. He going to go over there and whisper and say, hey, Steve, want to get with you. Here's the information. You got to sign this form. He going to fuck you. He'll put his dick all in your face. He'll do all this nasty shit. And all you got to do is sign this form right here. Go ahead and have a good time. And O'Shea will get all my scraps as well. That's what I would be telling Tyrese. Because if you worth $25 million,
right,
you should not ever... Dude, I'm sorry, I mean to go off a tangent. If I had that money and I was single, and this is how fucked up I am, guys, and don't judge me, I would be doing indecent proposals. I would be walking up to these motherfuckers, y'all women, and I'd be like, hey, man, I know y'all short on rent. Why don't you let the girl suck my dick for a good $5,000? I mean, I would do that shit. I would be married? That's fucking crazy. There's no way. And I would get a bitch from a third world country, get her pregnant, give her some eggs, some eggs, chickens, and fucking rocks, and sign the waiver, and I'll bring that baby back to the States. Fuck that. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna be wrong, but it's gonna be true. If I was actually in his position, I would pay that shit out outright. Just you got the money, just pay the rest of it out outright. And then when it's paper signed and it's like, okay, all your child support is paid up until her legal age is over with. When you get that receipt and that paperwork back, you just look at the lady and say, let me tell you something. No matter what, you're going to get your money. But if you cross this line now, I ain't going to jail for I can go to jail for beating the brakes off of you, but it ain't going to cost me no child support money. So I'm going to be that crazy ass dude that you don't collect child support from once you got all the money. And let's see if you want to go out and play games now. Bitch, I just gave you $1 million. You think I won't pay a nigga $50,000 to pop you upside your fucking head?
Well, you can't say it on the radio, but you just say, oh, shake the bitch. That's all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you just tell him, shake the bitch. Give him a few coconuts and shit. Just shake.
Oh my God. Fuck you.
Dwayne, I also think Dwayne Wade's a prime example of that.
Hey, I'm just
No, Dwayne Wade is different though.
yeah.
Like the Dwayne Wade situation is different because you got to remember with the Dwayne Wade situation, she went out on TV bad mouthing him when they was married, and then she got turned around to be looked at as a cheater. You know, that's what really caused all that going downward, because nobody could take her as a sympathetic victim when she was like, D Wade gave me an STD. Oops, it was the side dude. You know, from that point it was downhill for her.
Well, all right. Well, we'll throw you back in 224. We got other calls on every radio, Shay. But I'm just saying, though, Shay. I'm just saying, if you're making that kind of money, there's just no way you should be married. You should just be married to, you know, just your lifestyle.
Right. Nigga was making some out of the motherfucking money. God damn. But let me do this real quick, man, because we got a lot of people in the chat and it's a popular show. Shout out to my man Matty Ghost, who is moderator on my other channel, but it's his first time I think he's over here on the Vlogcast channel. He says, I only get pissed when I lose out on my stock trading. Yeah, he's doing pretty good on Bitcoin, man. I listen to too much MF Doom to cry over a chick. Steve gotta scrap, get a third. He's talking about the third world country shit you said. Steve is right. I'm impregnating African chips with lopsided afros. That's Darren Brown. Nigga stupid. All right, look, man. Let's do this real quick, guys. So we having a great show. I really think of all the support, man, for you brothers that are supporting. Now, again, don't let everybody beat you, man. A lot of you guys that are watching in the show, you guys know this is a black male show, right? I always tell you, brothers, this is a black male show. Okay, Tyrese is crying as a black man because he said he ain't got no support. Now, for you brothers that typically do not donate, I always give a call out to you, right? And the reason why we do is because this is a black male show, but we also have a black male website, negromanosphere.com, and this does fund it. So if you're listening right now live or on the replay, patreon.com, negromanosphere is $5 a month. And we have content over there that's not over here. But if you're in the live chat right now, we always petition you. Jump in, man. You know, supports with $1, $1 or $2, something like that, right? And the reason why, if you're a new brother and you have an Android phone, hit the super chat button. You are supporting black male media. We are the only game in town. We make these shows specifically for black men. And when you do support us, we give you the free ebooks. We give you the negromanosphere.com for our writing staff. All proceeds go to pay for the writers and to keep our internet site going and to keep the content coming, brother. So thank you in advance for supporting us. Steve, who else do we have?
You just feel having the lopsided, the Africans with the lopsided.
That dude is crazy for that shit. That motherfucker said lopsided afro. What the fuck? Oh, God. Okay. Who we got?
Anonymous, 111.
Oh, it's some fuckery.
What up, though?
What's your question?
What up, Sugar Shay?
What up? Who is this?
Hey, this is Salvant.
Oh, that's Salvant from Lansing. What's up, bro?
Nothing, chilling, man. Proud of you. Big, man. I agree with the majority of what y'all saying. However, when you talk about the hatred that black women have when it comes to African American men, you have to also look at the fact that they've been programmed to hate us, bro. And they don't understand that they have been programmed to hate us. So when you have these conversations, you can't gloss over that fact. When you come from a white supremacist mind, and no, my man, I'm not saying
you're echoing, dog. What's wrong? Does he have two things on, Steve?
And
What's that?
Salvant, you're echoing. So maybe you have the YouTube on. Turn the YouTube off so that we can hear you on Blog Talk Radio.
No, I'm on a Bluetooth. I'm on my Bluetooth. I'm not even watching the show. Am I still echoing?
Yeah, you still echoing.
I hear it now.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, nigga got a red tooth.
Is this better?
Yeah, nigga had a purple tooth on. Go ahead, brother.
They're purple.
Okay, yeah, well, I was doing some stuff around the house, but you can't just gloss over the fact that white supremacy is basically pit us against each other.
Nope.
has definitely programmed black women. I mean, I can look at it for the last 30 years. You've had a steady diet of Waiting to Exhale and all the black man hating books. You've had Ebony Essence, all talk about the same shit. You've had Oprah. You've had all of this. They've been fed this, and that's why black women don't know how to take any responsibility for their fault, for their flagrant attitudes and behaviors.
I disagree.
I don't disagree. He's right.
I disagree.
Why you disagree? Because what he's saying is the truth.
No, what he's saying is crazy as fuck.
How is it crazy? He's saying the truth.
Question.
Okay,
I agree. I understand they have. Okay, let's take Tawana or Portia or Mercedes. Never had a dad. You got a fucked up ass attitude, waiting to exhale, want to be independent. All the shit you're saying, I agree with that. Then why is it when she goes to a job, she knows how to shut the fuck up and do what she's supposed to do without raising any fucking cane? What's the
because
difference?
because you're looking at generational psychological programming. You're looking at listen. You're looking at a white patriarchal system that has programmed black women to disrespect and break up the black family and hate black men, but be subservient to white men. And if you can't see that, brother, if you really can't see, if you can't draw those lines, something's wrong.
No, something's wrong with you because
Well,
you're the problem. You know what? Because it's guys like you that make these bitch ass excuses for these women. If you were a man about
hold on.
I'm not calling you a bitch. I'm not calling you a bitch.
I slap a bitch quick.
Oh, no, wait. I'm
not making it. No.
You'll slap a bitch too, dog. You'll slap a bitch. You'll slap a bitch.
You have cancer, or you can't say that you have a disease or an illness and not look at the cause of that disease or illness. I've heard you talk about how you like to lift weights. I've heard you talk about how you eat healthy. I've heard you say lots of different things. You do that because you don't want to die of a stroke, a heart attack, or anything. You can't, so you take preventative measures. You can't look at a diseased person and not understand how the disease is able to manifest itself.
Okay, yes, you can.
You just can't do it.
You can do it. And this is why I tell you, this is why you black men always fail and get disrespected by black women. You train every fucking body, dog, parrot, bird, alien, friend, foe, Bigfoot, you name it. You train all those motherfuckers on how to treat you. It is you that has to take accountability because it is you that allows the behavior to go on. Now, again, not my kind, but for you to make excuses like that, that is fucking crazy. Because if we had a angry black woman in front of us, I won't say you because you seem like you'll slap a bitch. But let's just talk about somebody.
I will.
Okay. So let's say
I comb her motherfucking head, nigga. I give her a perm without a motherfucking chemical relaxer.
All right. Well, no doubt. Well, guess what? She gonna know that she can't fuck with you because you have a standard. I have a standard. Most black men don't think like you and I. You will not put up with disrespect. Most black men will. Who gives a fuck? Listen. Who gives a fuck what she thinks and how she acts? It's about what she does when she's with you that counts. If she does that shit to you,
no, I did. Listen. I completely understand it.
Yeah. So white supremacy. So white supremacy and all that other stuff does not matter because it's about what she does with you. And look, all those things might be a combination of why she is like that, but that don't mean she can be that way with me or you.
I definitely agree with that.
You're fighting a generational. You're fighting something that's so intrinsic. Listen, you are fighting something that's fundamentally ingrained in the psychology, not just from her, not just from her mama, not just from her bald-headed ass grandmama, but from her. Right. You have to realize, man. You have to realize that. In order to fight something, you have to understand it, bro.
Can I interject for a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna interject too. Go ahead.
I get what you're saying, bro, and I understand part of where you're coming from, but there is an aspect of when you were at a certain point when you're an adult, you have to pay attention to what you're doing. Not just what grandma did, not just what mom did, not just what society does. Once you as an adult make the choice to actively and proactively do something to somebody else's detriment, that means you chose to take somebody under.
Thank you.
Right, but hold on. But when it's consistently reinforce. Let me tell you something. How many bitches you know? How many dudes do you know that was good dudes that had a bitch fuck them over? Now, when a dude fuck up, you'll probably check your man when he fuck up. I know I've checked niggas when they fucked up if they had a good solid woman. You seem like the type of nigga that'll check a nigga.
But hold up, fam.
Fuck up.
How many did you put that? Hold up for 1 second. How many dudes you know check females? Huh?
You say what?
I said, well, hold up for a second. How many dudes you know on a regular basis check females?
Don't. Zero.
Oh shit! No, niggas, I fuck with check hoes. I don't fuck with no niggas.
You talking about you? But let's just talk in general. How many dudes you know just off the bat said, you know what? You ain't doing that around me.
Exactly. That stops.
I've never. I mean, I can only speak for myself. I've never.
No, but you're making excuses for them. You should speak for them because you're the one making excuses why these women get a pass to treat these men like bitches and shit. You're giving.
I'm not saying they get a pass. I'm not. That's not what I'm saying, bro. I'm not giving these hoes no pass.
I know what you're saying, and I know what Steve's saying. You gotta, as a man, think about it from an aspect. If you give some women an inch, what they gonna do?
Take them out.
So what he's saying is you're giving them inches by the pound, and you're not realizing after it's over with, they're gonna keep taking stuff, and you're gonna be like, why are you acting like this? And she's gonna say something like, oh, you know, it started when you did such and such. You're not even gonna take that shit into consideration because you're like, what? How did you get from acting this disrespectful from that small thing? You know,
yeah, I give you that, but I don't have, like I said, I can only speak for myself. Right. I don't have them problems.
But it's a control behavior.
Because I slap hoes religiously.
Okay.
I'm not laughing at what he said, but it's the way he said it, I guess.
It's a control behavior, but coming in and using excuses like white supremacy because her mama was this and that. You know what?
I'm not. Listen, bro. See, you gotta stop saying that I'm making an excuse.
Okay.
What I'm doing is laying the groundwork of scientific, actual fact.
Okay.
I get what he's trying to say. I get what he's trying to say. I don't think so. I get what he's trying to say. I get what he's trying to say.
And before I go, I want to say one more thing. For you, and I don't know if you have kids. I know O'Shea don't. But for you to say that it's a man crying like that, until you have given birth, well, not you giving birth, but until you have created something that you love more than your fucking self.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy.
No, I don't think the man was a bitch. The shit he did on Instagram was a bitch, but a man crying doesn't make him a hoe.
A man crying like he did, that's all acting, man. That shit ain't
fucking
I said
real. That nigga's a hoe. Okay. I don't like that nigga for some other reasons, but I thought you were just saying that men.
No, he's talking about are they crying on like in public like that?
No, all I'm saying is that as a man, yeah, we hurt, we feel pain. I'm saying is you don't show the weak side of you to society. That shit is for you and you alone to deal with as a man. You don't need sympathy and hugs and kisses from motherfuckers or validation as a man. You validate your own self.
Oh no, hell no.
But also, I just want to say this. But like, just the last thing I want to say, what you were saying is this: in the summertime, I'm a man. In the wintertime, I'm a man. In the fall and spring, I'm a man. The seasons may change, but at the end of the day, I got to be the rock.
I'm a man first.
Right. So that means I don't give a fuck if she's nice, mean, crazy. I don't give a fuck what the fuck she is, because that bitch is a perk in my life. My greatest challenge is not to control a bitch. It's for me to ascend to be a better man than I was yesterday. That bitch is just on my bus. And if she fuck up, she getting the fuck off. And that's it. No doubt. So I don't understand where these guys always say, well, they have all these problems. Fuck their problems. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I only care about me. And if she want to get on my bus, she's going to have to adjust her behaviors. If she don't, fuck her. That's how easy it is.
Right.
But can I tell you something, bro? One thing that you said that was hypocritical just now.
Hey, listen,
on one aspect, you said he could cry. And on the next aspect, you said he a hoe. You said
no. He was a hoe for some other reasons, not that.
Yeah, I know. But at the same token, using this as an example of him crying, he's a hoe. This is why dudes shouldn't open themselves up like that on social media.
Yes.
Because you can say this situation will make a man cry, but once you see him crying, you know, I don't like him because he's a hoe. What that may be true, but that ain't got shit to do why he was crying this time. But it opened up the door for you to call him a hoe.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. We got other calls, so we'll throw you back in the queue. But thank you, man. We
For sure. No, I'm. Yeah. Thank you. Thank y'all for the show. I appreciate you, O'Shea. 100.
1,000.
All right, yo, and shout out to my man Z Man. All right, he's in the chat. What's going on, man? I've checked your channel out before, man. Over 100,000 subs, so I'm glad to see you over here. We got ABL, Mr. 136,000 subs. So you guys came over to Ghettoville today. I appreciate you guys, man, for coming in, and participating in the hangout, man. Definitely, man, Z Man and ABL. Love to work. I'll always work at ABL, but once again, I thank you for coming on into the show. Let me just say this real quick. I want to give a shout out to one of the people over here that I just super chatted. Let me go ahead and get my fucking shit together. Okay, so I got my man CA. Black women have been socially engineered and successfully programmed to hate black men. The black only like their own black hair. True. It's me, Sherry, $5 super chat. All right, let me just weigh in on what the caller said. I don't really get a chance to say anything, but I just want to say this. I understand where he was saying. I'm not sure if Steve was catching where he was trying to come from, but here's what I got to kind of agree with both of you. I understand what he's saying, the social ramifications of why black women hate black men. Whatever the fuck he's talking about. And what he's saying is true, right? Because it is.
I agree.
But the thing is, I don't care.
Right. I agree.
And that's what I think that black men, we spend too much time trying to understand. Like, if there's a motherfucker that's trying to harm me or trying to, hit me with something, I'm not trying to understand why the motherfuckers want to hit me. I'm not gonna be sitting there with you have a bat. Hey, dog, I want to know. I want to know why you trying to hurt me, brother. I don't know. If I can pick up a rock or a gun and shoot your motherfucking ass, I'm gonna hit you. Ask questions later. I think that black men have spent too much time trying to get to understand why black women have attitude.
Yes.
Why black men? Why do you care? And I think we should not care. If you do treat people how to treat you, and if they don't want to treat you a certain way, then how you punish them is you remove them and you don't go around them.
Yes. I don't give a fuck how the hamburger was made, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I just ordered a bitch.
That's the thing. Like, that's how niggas stay on the plantation, man. And let me tell you this: I was on the plantation a little bit up until recently, and I can tell you right now, the last nigga that's worried about trying to understand why a black woman feels a certain kind of way or why she does something is me. I can tell you that. I don't give 3 fucks why you feel what you feel or what you've been through or what our people been through. Either you can perform or you don't. And I'm gonna say this real quick, Stephen. We're gonna go to the next caller. When you apply for a job, does the job ask you, hey, before you apply to the job, tell us what you've been through in your life? The job doesn't care that you were molested. The job don't care that you were beat by your mom. The job don't care that you got fucked in the ass by a broomstick. The job doesn't want to understand anything about what's happened in your life. All the job is concerned about is, can you perform and do the job every day? And I think black men need to look at themselves as individual corporations. And what we should look at ourselves and say, hey, fuck what you've been through. I don't really care what you've been through, because whatever you've been through, you need to leave that wherever you got it from when you come over here. Can you suck my dick? Can you clean the house? Can you keep up the shit? Can you be submissive? Either you can do that or you cannot. If you cannot do that, you should go someplace else. That's all we should be concerned with. Go ahead, Steve.
No, go keep going, dog. Keep going. I just got the music going. Go, man.
Yeah, no. And I'm I think that's where we're going. And I want to give a special shout out, man, to Justice for All, smoke weed every day, $20 super chat. And my man, I saw him in here, Super Sly 75, man, another YouTuber, man. I got a lot of love for you, fam. Whenever I ever see you in here, bro, I'll always give you a big shout out, man. I really love your channel, love what you're doing. But again, I just wanted to just say briefly, brothers, we got to stop caring as to why women feel a certain way. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, when they apply for jobs, nobody asks them what they've been through. and we shouldn't care about what they've been through. They should be able to perform, and if they cannot perform, they will get replaced. That's it.
But that's what mom does to these young men. They guilt these young men early on to feel like they're hurting their mom. What do black women what is the one thing black women always say when black men are fucking destroying them? Your mama black. What about your mama? Would you do your mama like that? And they be like, oh shit, I may be upset, mama. I'm sorry, girl. I didn't mean to upset you. I know you're going through this. Anyway, let me bring next time.
Let me say something real quick.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead, LA.
Most men, we all have emotions, but we learn how to channel our emotions into some kind of effort. If we get upset, if we get hurt, you channel that to do something to make it positive. Guys got to stop caring about females' emotions because their emotion never equals an effort. It's just always do something else to make me feel a certain way. They never really do anything to become a better person because they got their feelings hurt. You know, I'm mad. I'm never doing it. I'm so mad. I'm gonna change my life. They never do that stuff. So it really doesn't. If they're not doing it for themselves, why you think us catering to their emotions? They're gonna fix something. It's not. It's really not. I hate to be mean, but that's just yeah.
Dog, I got teary eyed. 219. What's your name? We calling from, sir? 219 going once. 219. All right, let's go to the next one. Area code 510. What's your name? Where you calling from, sir? 510. Bitch, you couldn't even say fuck Steve. You said fuck, bitch. Fuck you. Hold up. Motherfucker, I got your number. You say motherfucker they want to call? Hold on. You tell this motherfucker he forgot to say fuck. He forgot to say Steve. He just said fuck and hung the phone up. Bitch. Call this motherfucker.
Get his bitch ass.
Bitch, it's fuck Steve. You shut the fuck up. Next time you say fuck Steve the correct way, don't just motherfucker. All right, I'm sorry. Please continue, sir. We're back.
Who else we got, dog?
No, we got all the calls in. Lines are open, guys. If y'all want to call in, press 1. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Okay, so I guess while we're waiting, again, I want to just kind of get to this particular point. Let's talk a little bit about. We talk a lot about business on this channel, and we talk about the ability of establishing network. And I think you know where I'm going with this. Now, recently, Tyrese has had a little bit of a disagreement with The Rock. And so there's been some back and forth between him and The Rock. Now, Tyrese is in a situation that me and Steve would love to be in because me and Steve are natural networkers. We love to be around people that we feel that we can elevate our games with. We're always trying to reach out and network and collab with people. And so Tyrese makes the case that Norma, his ex-wife, his tarnished name or image because she's saying that he's a child beater has stopped people from not wanting to collaborate with him. Okay. So Steve, here's what we want to talk about. Why hasn't Tyrese, because he's talking about he can't get a job, he can't do things. Why hasn't Tyrese, with his millionaire friends and billionaire friends, and the billionaire friend he's talking about has to be Dr. Dre? Because remember when Dr. Dre signed that big deal with Dre Beats, it was Tyrese like all in the background like a hoe. He was like all on Dr. Dre's dick when he got that deal. Why hasn't Tyrese been able to capitalize on his network to be able to do his own thing, whether it's a movie, whether it's some music, to create his own opportunities instead of bitching about he can't find employment when he has the money, he has connections, but he cannot use them?
Well, it is exactly, I wish I could find the clip of him bitching about The Rock. If you want to hear that, I can pull that up for you. But just because, okay, he has success and he has millions of dollars.
Right.
But let's talk Hollywood. Hollywood does not want you to. Okay, Rock has built himself up from a wrestler to truly an A-lister. I mean, he can do moves with damn near anybody. I don't know Denzel, maybe Denzel. I don't know Denzel, but I mean, he's up. I won't. Okay, maybe he's a step below Denzel, but he's up there in that stratosphere where he's a known name.
Right.
He's a known name. So the thing with Hollywood is that these Jewish guys, I guess, that's running this whole thing, they ain't about conflict and shit. If you got, like, again, this is the man shit. If you have a problem with Rock because Rock is doing something with Jason Statham and they're pushing Fast and the Furious back till 2020, you don't go to TMZ and tell TMZ Rock is being selfish. Rock is a brand name. Women love Rock. Rock sells. You know, women love Rock. Guys love Rock. Rock is a brand name. You don't do that to the Tom Cruises, the Denzel Washingtons, or people like Rock. But that's that ignorant ass, and I hate to say it, nigga shit.
Yeah.
That these Jewish guys don't really want to deal with. But what's your take on that, man?
I mean, I think it's very stupid and it's very childish. But I mean, again, still, even though Tyrese is upset about Fast and Furious not being put, it still should seem like a man who you're a successful recording artist, you're a successful movie actor to a certain degree. You've been on the Oprah network. A guy like this with these kind of connections and the money, he should be able, and with the friends that he has, he should be able to make something out of himself in other ways as an entrepreneur. But when the guy said he can't get work or can't get a job, he sounds to me, and I hate to say this, like many black men in America who have the opportunity to do so much in the country like America that affords you the opportunity to do things, and you have everything, maybe not connected as Tyrese, but you do have an opportunity. Like, I want to tell you guys this real quick. I was in Uganda, brothers, in June. I gotta always go back to that. When you are in Uganda, there are no real opportunities like that. Very small. I mean, you guys see the people in the super chats, people donating $20, people donating $50, $100. I mean, you're talking about what people sometimes make in 2 weeks that you guys can just freely donate and you don't miss it. And again, when you have all of the access and the power of the funds, the power of networks, the power of the internet, because some countries don't have fast internet like what we're doing right now with 3 of us on the Hangout. You can't do this in Nigeria like this really freely. You can't do this in Uganda. It's impossible. There's no infrastructure for it. Then you hear black men like Tyrese who are already millionaires. You're complaining about you don't have an opportunity to do certain things, or you can't work. And it just goes to show he reminds me of so many defeated brothers who have the same narrative. The white man has his foot on my neck. I can't do this. I can't do that. Yet you are a $500 to $600 billion spending power. You are worth more than almost 50% of the countries in the European Union. And then you guys have this self-defeated mindset. I just want to get your take on that real quick, Steve, and then LAR movement. This attitude that Tyrese has of being a self-defeated bitch, is this to you reflective of a lot of black men in our society? And if so, why?
I'm gonna say 2 things that he made 2 mistakes to me. Nobody's gonna help him financially because he's put himself on social media stunting on people like he got it. So you already associate him with being a millionaire for one. The lifestyle he presents, he got the cars, the houses, the trips, all the the Benny Hannas in the backyard. People are gonna look at, dude, you got it. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You should be set for life the way you live.
Right.
Now, that's mistake number 1. Mistake number 2 with The Rock, to me, was y'all had like 7, 8, 9 Fast and Furious movies. If somebody creates a spinoff, maybe you didn't want it to happen on the time schedule where you thought you was going to get paid. But that spinoff can actually help you in the long run. Because if the spinoff gets successful, guess what? You got another movie to go to. Because just like them Jason movies, don't nobody want to go see Jason because 1 million of the mugs came out.
You got a call. You got 3 in the queue, man.
No, he's true. Let me just real quick. I want to shout out to Zitz99 for changing the black male narrative. Thanks, fam. I see it, my man, young Rob Parks in there. Let's go to a caller, Steve.
Okay, yes. Area code 5. Oh, shit. Area code 510. I'm about to bring you on. You're on 510. Which name are you calling from, sir?
It's about to go down.
You need to call that nigga back, huh? That nigga. Get his ass, Steve. Look how Steve be looking now.
They hip to the game.
Man.
Hi. Reach 647-485-7921. Please leave your message after the tone.
Hey, what's up, bitch? Is that his woman? Hey, is this your woman and shit, man? Hey, girl, what's up? What's up, Jackson, girl? Look, hey, if you want to get, give a little bit of dome or something, go ahead and call back into the show, okay, girl? We love you, bitch. All right, we got callers.
All right, go to the next caller, Steve.
Area code 443. Which name we calling from, sir? Fucking bitch. One more. Fuck him. Fuck him. One more. Fuck him. That little shit. One more time, everybody. I'm sorry. One more time, motherfucker. This little fucking sheep.
They're killing you tonight, dog. He's killing you tonight, dog.
Thought he answered the phone. Look. Thought he wanted fucking fuck boy. That motherfucker's on the phone right now. Hold on, son. Let me bring this bitch in. Yeah, I'm gonna open the phone up for you. What you guys say now? What you guys say, bitch? What you guys say, bitch? What you guys say, motherfucker? I thought so. Fuck you. All right, I'm sorry, guys, for today. I didn't mean to bring the train up.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Let me do this real quick. And guys that are watching the stream, I'm gonna answer a question. We having a great time on the podcast. You know, I had our show a little bit earlier, and we're going right into this one. So get the likes up. We have 283 people watching right now on the restream. Like the video, share the video. We have 282 watching, but only 196 likes. So if we can, brothers, get the likes up on the particular video. I would really, really, really fucking appreciate. And shout out to the Mod Squad. I see Shelly, Donnell, Maddie Ghost, everybody there. So, brothers, let's go ahead and like the video if you're just coming into the stream. And sisters and whoever is watching, like the video, and if you can, share it. Let me ask. There's a question. This is, hey O'Shea, I'm brainstorming on a small business to start. What are the first steps so I don't end up like a Tyrese type of nigga? Okay, and this is from J85, $25.
What did he say?
He said he has he's a small business to start. I'm gonna take a crack at it first, Steve, and you can kind of help me here. Well, J85, thank you for the super chat donation. I will try to use a little bit of my business acumen. I haven't been in business as long as Steve, but I can tell you from what I've done from previously here. Now I'll share this with you. Number one, when you are trying to start a small business, I don't know what the business is, but in your plan, whatever the business is can you keep the business going for a year and a half or 2 years? That's always what I'm thinking. And then what I'm thinking is the business for 2 years without making any money. That's what I'm thinking, right? I don't know if you have any employees or anything like that. But the first thing I'm thinking is can I keep this afloat for a year to 2 years, and then try to break even on the second year. And that means, can I cover the costs of everything that I can do for 2 years to keep the business going? I think that's the most important thing. I don't know what kind of business it is, but that's the first thing I would think about. Is because what you don't want to do is to get into a business and then you run out of money, or you don't have that, right? That's just number one thing. Second thing, whatever type of business it is who is your demographic. I'm not sure what your business is or who your demographic is, but your business should be set for a certain type of people. So what I would do is, number one, plan what your budget is going to be. You want to keep the business going for 1 to 2 years without making any money. I think that's the most important thing. A lot of people don't understand that, when you start a business, 90% of the time, that business is not going to make any money in the first 6 months if you have no experience with it. So try to keep the business going. If you have a logo, get that. If you have a business license, get that. If you have to get a website, get that. But factor all of those costs that you want to get into the first year. That means if you're going to buy a domain, buy it for 3 years. You want to have the business up for a good amount of time. And if you have like specific questions besides that, email me at planetoshay@gmail.com. We kind of go into more detail, but I'll let Steve take a crack at it. Steve, the question is, hey, O'Shea, I'm brainstorming on a small business to start. What are the first steps so I don't end up like a Tyrese type of nigga?
Okay, I would love, if you can, while I'm telling you this, tell me what the business is, and I promise you, in my head, I will pop up with ideas. Just tell me what the fucking business is.
Yeah, but what it actually is the business? That's a good question.
Now, while I'm saying this, if you interrupt me, O'Shea, because I can't see if he's talking, but while I'm saying it, just interrupt me if he tells you what it is. What I would say, one of the things you got to do first, start doing, is structuring your day. First thing you need to do is get your VCR and start watching Shark Tank, because you got to learn the language of business and the language of money. That's the first thing. Also, learn how to stay connected, all right? Make sure you have an organizer wherever you go, have a day planner. Make sure you always have a hand or a way to if the business to be away from the business, but also be connected if you go places. Also, be able, if you have a family, learn how to organize your family time, because you're not going to have that much family time because all your time will really be put into this business. Also, be around people who are going to motivate you, because in these times where because you're going to start off in the red, man. You're going to start off putting a lot of money into this, and you're not going to get much return. And you're going to need people who are going to back you and be positive with you. Also, make sure you become a jack of all trades. That means in the beginning, because O'Shea always makes the point, when you start to make it, you can start spending money. But in the beginning, you got to be the CEO, you got to be the president, you got to be the secretary, you got to be the office manager, you got to be the tech support guy, you got to be the mail clerk. You got to be all those hands, okay, in the beginning. So make sure you have your hands in those things, because once you start to grow in your business and you start to hire people to run things for you, you want them run the way you run them, or you ran them, excuse me. Also, make sure you network. Networking is very important. One thing I say, you got to know who your audience is. Is it children, adults? What are you trying to sell, and who are you trying to sell it to? But again, did he even say what he's doing?
Yeah, he did. Let me, he says, I would like, and it's is right down my alley. I would like to start a comic book series geared to the urban audience.
Oh, I got something. Okay, do you want to go first on this one, O'Shea?
Yeah, I'll go first, okay? Because and the reason why I want to go first is the Dr. Action comic is something that we are coming up with right now. And actually, the Dr. Action comic is almost complete. So, J85, here's the number one thing that I want to tell you to do. When you have a comic, right? And then obviously there are certain websites that you can, post your comics on and stuff like this. But this is how I'm going to promote the Dr. Action comic. This is very important. We are first starting off with a free comic right? And the reason why we're starting off with a free comic is because we're not trying to make money on the Dr. Action comic initially. We want to get people to get used to the storyboard. So the first comic that I've created is an e-comic, and if you can give me your email for free, I'll give you the comic. Same thing with our ebook in J85. If you've seen the ebook, How to Stop Simping, what I do is if you want the ebook, you just subscribe to the mailing list. What that's going to do is that's going to get people to confirm to your site, and you do need to collect emails, right? And I believe you need to launch a web comic first. And the reason why I'm saying you need to watch a web comic because you want to be able to update your scenes every week. And then you want people to be able to come and look for those scenes on your site. Now, again, before you start to charge people for the comic, you want to get readers to your comic. Get people used to the storyboard. If you have a WordPress site, you might use Comic Press, right? And so you want to get people used to your comic. Now, what I would do if I were you, I would offer a free comic in exchange for people to get the exchange list. So again, if you have a comic series, then you should start the comic business with 5 or 6 comics done before you even start the business. That means before you launch your comic site, you should have no more than 3 comics ready. Okay. And then for the comics that you have, right? And then when you start your web comic, you should have enough content to post a new scene on your web comic, in my opinion, every week. Because the web comic series is it's a marathon. You understand? You know, you want to be able to get readers to your comic, and then you want to be able to get people to subscribe to your comic or your web comic site and update your scenes regularly. Okay. Like the content on the negromanosphere.com. We have content on the negromanosphere.com all the way until the end of the year. It's already in draft status. And that means I go and I schedule the content every day. It comes out automatically. So again, if you have a web comic, you want to have enough scenes before you start your site that you can come out with every week. And then in addition to that, you want to get readers. So you want to offer a free comic. It could be 10 pages or 8 pages so that you can get people to want to read your comic all the time. Again, it's going to take you a while to develop a readership. Okay. Now, on top of all of that, hold on a second. Jamie C., answer my call. We will answer your call when I fucking get done talking. Shut the fuck up. Now, on top of all of that, get the readers to your site, exchange the comic, have comics. Once your readership becomes available, then you can sell it. But you cannot sell anything if you don't have an audience for your work currently. So you're going to have to understand that you need to do a lot of, some stuff for free as an indie. Okay. So go ahead, Steve, and weigh in on it.
Okay. I want listen, a young man do this. Everything O'Shea said to you, make sure you go back and listen and take notes and cut that little piece of video because all that information is absolutely on point. What I want to do is I want to give you another add-on to it so you have 2 different ways to funnel in money. What I want you to do is I want you to, when you said comic for young black kids, it already came in my head. Oh shit, I'm a bad motherfucker. Anyway, here's the vision I got for you, young man. What I want you to do now, remember, I want you to do everything O'Shea's saying, but do this and try to funnel 2 things of money. This is all right. Let me shut the fuck up and break this down. Look, check it out. What I want you to think about doing is think about kids. Kids are damn near a billion, would say almost $1 trillion industry that, like O'Shea always said, it's an untapped market of comics for young black kids.
I think he said an urban audience. He didn't say kids. He said urban. It could be kids though. It's just urban, like black people.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying doing an urban comic for young urban kids. That's where I'm going with this. Okay. So what I'm saying on my end is for urban young kids. They don't have really comics or heroes that they can watch or read in books. And what I'm saying for you is create a hero. And what I mean is for kids that are young age. Now O'Shea is on point. I'm just giving you something else real quick. What I'm saying is that you created something, but it also ends in a moral of the story. Always have a problem that young black children go through your comic character, but also have a answer or a moral of the story to teach them. And the reason I say that is because you can also take this and you can present this to schools and see if they will let these kind of comics circulate amongst them, or you can go in and have readings to kids, to young black kids. You can do these in urban areas. You also have Christmas, you have Easter, you have Halloween. You can have your character in every, like, just think about Charlie Brown for a second. I'm sorry, O'Shea, I'm not going to try to go.
Go ahead.
Think about Charlie Brown for a second. If you look at Charlie Brown, there's Charlie Brown Christmas, Charlie Brown Halloween, Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. So what I'm saying is, for your character, you want to relate the character to urban situations that's going on in his life, but also you want to have solutions. You want to teach them things that maybe they don't know, because a lot of young men don't know how to tie a tie or fix a flat and things like that. Little small things that kids can start listening to, but also be fun, creative, sci-fi. I mean, you can mix a bunch of things up. But at the end of this, you can kind of present this to schools. You can create puppets, do YouTubes, you can do videos, you can do cartoons, and you never know if a company like BET or Ebony, you can get backing from some black companies. Hell, you can get backing from Russell Simp. I mean, if you market correctly, you can present this to any of these black actors, like a Sam Jackson or something like that. If you can get in your foot in the door to present something for urban young black men, and if you can get that there, man, you can create something that can explode. You can, again, remember, Barney and Mickey Mouse came from an idea. So don't ever think that you can't do it. And like, O'Shea, how many times you tell them how big is the spending of black people? How big is it? Where's O'Shea? Where the fuck is O'Shea? O'Shea, is he there?
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's frozen.
O'Shea.
$500 billion?
Yeah, it's 5 billion. You say 5 billion?
500 billion, I want.
Wait, where's O'Shea? He's frozen? Oh, he's frozen. Oh, here he comes. He comes back. Okay, O'Shea, what's the spending that you always tell everyone with black people?
I'm sorry, what?
The spending. You always say black people have a 5 billion. Was it 5?
Black men have a the black community has a 1.3 trillion spending power, but black men have maybe like 40% of that at $500-600 million.
What I'm just saying real quick, I just want to end this saying is that all you need is one, and that's all I'm saying is get your eye. Listen to what O'Shea's saying, absolutely, but also listen to what I'm saying. Think of other ways, because this can spin into products, it can spin into lunch boxes, pajamas. All these things can spin off for the urban, because remember, a lot of young black men and little boys and girls don't have their own heroes. You can try to create that. That's all I want to say. I didn't mean to go too long, but when you tell me your business, man, I get all excited about shit, So
let me just also say this real quick. I could tell you from starting the negromanosphere.com for just a year and having a website that has over 2 million page views in the last 3.5 months. A top 20,000 website in Nigeria where we're an American audience. You know, Facebook ads can really change your business. For anybody that really needs to understand that, with Facebook ads, you can really target a certain demographic of people and promote on Facebook ads and really get your product in front of people as sponsored posts. So that's one thing I'm going to talk to you about, that if you're a person, you're looking to get traffic to your stuff and you don't have all day, you can use a small budget of money, $2 to $3 a day, and you can target it, right? Because if you're selling a comic and your comic is based in the black community, you might pick a city like Detroit. You could pick the age group, And then you can actually tag comic for people. People who like comic books, and you can actually put it in the face of people just with Facebook ads. So definitely what you want to use is Facebook ads, right? Because I use Facebook ads for the negromanosphere.com, and it does wonders in Nigeria. You know, as far as getting comments and people interacting, you can also get email ads and email addresses from Facebook. So definitely, brother, you have to look at Facebook ads, right? Now, the last thing that I want to say, what Steve is saying is absolutely correct, but the Black community is very multifaceted. What demographic in the Black community is your comic going to be for? Because you have Black comic book characters that represent certain plights. You have certain Black liberal comic book characters that are like the Black Lives Matter comics now that don't do very well. You have people like Luke Cage, right? So just because your audience is urban doesn't mean that that character is going to fit everybody in the urban audience, because the urban audience is very multifaceted. My comic book character, Dr. Action, is just for Black men, right? So it's kind of a red pill comic for Black men. That's the small market that I'm trying to reach. So you got to understand that your urban comic is not going to do for everybody that's in the community, right? Everybody in the community doesn't feel that way. So you got to be able to pick your market within that stratification of the Black community. And then you have to target your comic to those, like you said, if it's kids, if it's, you know, women, you know, all of those things. So again, fam, I just sent you the ebook. If you want to rap to me, man, respond to my email. I could talk to you after this or call you. If not tomorrow, we could talk a little bit more deep in detail as to some ideas, and I'll definitely send people your way to help your comic out. So and I'll actually buy it too. So Steve, who we have on the line?
You got 5 in the chat, but I think Pollard did a super chat. But yeah, you got 5 in the queue. So if you want to read his first, or you want me to answer?
Oh yeah, let me read. I had logged off on accident. Let me read some people here. Great show, 1914. Shout out to Carlos as usual. Shout out to the brother Peel. No, for example, for urban comic, check out Blockheads. Okay, JJ, thank you guys. I'll take the advice to heart. Continue to follow. Again, my email is, I believe I sent that to you already. Jal Jakes. Okay. Paula J is for Android. The Patreon page for Apple users. The Patreon page is for anybody who wants to get specific content that's not on YouTube. So we do have content that's not anywhere else that's on Patreon. That's what Patreon's for. So if you want the content in other podcasts that you don't see on here, that's a little bit more aggressive, then you go to Patreon. The best way to make money as a comic book artist is to launch an existing title and make a name. And Eric Bird dropped $20 piece, no say, and advice to expand as a photographer. Any advice to expand as a photographer? Steve, I guess. Well, I'll tell you what, let's take a call, Steve, and then we'll answer this question in just a second, okay?
You asked that question, bam. I just hit my man again. All right, Eric code 330. Yes, ma'am. You have something to say?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, I wanted to call in and tell y'all be speaking knowledge, and y'all had to come at me all crazy for what?
Because we ain't shit.
I just wanted to give y'all a compliment and say I like y'all's channel.
Oh, we love you, boo. We just playing.
Better be just playing. I'll find where y'all located. No, I'm just playing.
You gonna give us a pussy?
But honestly, I like y'all's channel. Y'all speak knowledge, and that's all I want to say.
Okay, well, thank you, boo. All right, well, how long you been watching us?
I just started watching y'all today, and y'all got disrespected already. It was them.
Oh, we thought you know what? I thought you was actually a troll account. I didn't think you was a real person.
No, it's probably my Halloween wig that I got on right there.
Yeah, I was like, who the fuck is that with the Halloween wig talking shit? I thought you was a nigga.
Damn,
she sound like she got a big booty.
You got a big booty?
How? Huh?
You got a big booty?
Wouldn't you like to know?
You damn right. I'm thirsty. Shit.
Yeah, I'm real.
Okay. Well, make sure you subscribe, boo.
Y'all keep watching all you disrespecting me that one time. Don't let it happen again.
All right, well,
That's bitch ass Steve's fault. I didn't say nothing. That was Steve. Say fuck you, Steve. Say that. Say fuck you, Steve.
All right. Thank you. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Eric, thank you. Eric Code 111. What's your name? What's your question? Who do I?
Hey man, he be fucking you up, dude.
Man, we got another call. 23236. Did you have a question, sir? Are you done, motherfucker? Are you? Oh, okay. Eric Code 647. Do you have a question, sir?
Hey, yo, bitch, don't call my phone no more, bro. I slap the shit out you, bro.
Hey, but what? What'd you say? Hold up, motherfucker. 481 second, man. This motherfucker here. You ain't gonna call and you ain't gonna give me a chance to get some payback.
Oh my god. Y'all niggas crazy, man.
All right, we got Eric Code 408. Let's bring him in. Eric Code 48. What's your name? What's your question? Wait, what's your name? What's your question? 408.
Yo, what's up? This is 408 from Texas. Y'all were talking about targeted comics, right? I'm just curious, like, what necessarily targets it for Black people, and like what, like, why is it not just like white people and Black people?
Wait, what?
Y'all say it was targeted for like the comics were written for like Black characters and like Black people,
sir,
or what?
okay, sir.
Oh, he's the white guy. He's white.
Okay, sir. Okay, the
Yeah,
gentleman.
I'm just trying to figure that out.
Okay. The gentleman is looking to put money back into the urban community, sir. So what we were giving him were ideas to help that situation, so that young Black, or in my case, not O'Shea's, but young boys and girls can start having more urban heroes that they can look up to, instead of the ones that they do looking up to now, sir. That's for my point, O'Shea.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Can I ask the caller something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you have a problem with white people targeting white people?
White people targeting white people?
Yeah, do you have a problem with white people targeting their business to white people?
I mean, why don't they target to everybody?
That's not what I asked, though. Like, do you have a problem with it? Like, is it an issue?
I mean, I feel like it's probably not the smartest. I don't know. I don't think. I feel like it'd be smart if they did target it towards all. But I mean,
it would be smart business to target to all. But if you're gonna have a base person you start with, so does it bother you if somebody targets their own? I mean, what's the issue with that?
I don't see no issue with that.
Then what's the question?
I was just trying to figure out, like the question was, what constitutes, like, because I thought y'all were talking, like, had a conversation about like comics and stuff. So I was trying to say, like, what's the difference between like Spider-Man and like something else, like,
okay, sir,
like that character.
Sir. Okay, sir. I can only speak for me, okay.
But I didn't understand.
Okay, I'm gonna help you out. For in my situation, what I was helping this young man out with is there are a lot of young Black boys and girls who don't have a so-called Spider-Man hero that's Black. Like, and again, we're not. Again,
I feel you.
I'm just answering his question. So what I was saying is that this is a good marketing thing, because if you're marketing to Black young boys and girls that don't have a hero and can also have fun, kind of like the Wiggles. I don't know if you ever heard of the Wiggles, but they were a white Australian group that was doing things. They're Australians, whatever. But I'm saying that they can make it fun, exciting, and also be able to teach a lesson or a valuable lesson that some of these young kids are not getting from home. That's something that he can do that can separate himself from everybody else. So that's why I was helping that gentleman out. O'Shea in LA.
No, I totally agree. I think that guy, shout out to him. He's our only like white male caller that calls in. I don't know why he calls in. You know, I think he like Negroes and shit. Don't fuck around, man, and get high blood pressure hanging around with niggas and shit all the time. But you fuck around, start eating chicken, start crip walking and shit, nigga. And the credit get bad, and then you fuck around if you want to.
All right, well, the lines are open, guys. If y'all want to call in, press 1. We'd love to have you in. If you have a question, but we are talking about Tyrese. But did the young man ask about cameras or something?
Oh yeah, the photography thing. Yeah, he want idea for the photography business.
All right, I already got it in my head. This is the idea for photography, man. What you can do, you have varied choices. You got weddings, you got birthdays, you got anniversaries, you got tons of things you can do. What I would say you do is first is go ahead and start building your business towards camera. That you get your studio equipment together and all that other stuff. Remember, you got to put a lot of money in this because cameras are very expensive. Now, I don't know if he wants to do type of for photography for, you know, couples after the wedding. I mean, you have lots of options to do with that. But what I would suggest you do, I just about to give you a quick suggestion, is put the camera idea on hold because the
fuck, this nigga shit coming on my stuff. Go ahead.
The money that you got to spend on the cameras and the equipment is way too expensive. What I would recommend you doing if you want to start an easy business is the bouncy house business, where you do have those air bouncy houses and stuff like that. You can get 1 or 2 of those for about $500. Start off small, start working in your community. And remember, the money that you make, do not spend that money. That's where a lot of black people go wrong. They start a business, they make money, then they're trying to flash what they have. Take that money and reinvest it either into your business or into your camera business by starting to buy small pieces of equipment. So that's just something that I would recommend you doing. Don't go straight for the camera thing. Start off small, create a small business, then work up to the big one. Y'all got anything on that?
No. I totally agree. What about you, LAR Movement?
I'm down with that idea.
Yeah, man. Listen, guys, I hate to be a bitch ass nigga, but y'all know it's 1:37 in Poland. I've been in class all day. That's my second show. So, how long we been on?
We have been on. We got 21 minutes left. I think we've been on over an hour. Wait a second. Hold on. Hold on, man. Let me let this motherfucker in. I don't know. Hold on. O'Shea, you want Chinese or African? Which you want, O'Shea?
Let's do the African.
647, you on?
Yo, bro, don't call my phone no more, bro. Okay? I'm no bitch, bro. I will show up in your script. Don't call my phone no more. Okay? 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 Stupid nigga. You want beef? Stupid nigga. You want beef? Yeah, bro. Don't call my phone no more, okay? You can get arrested out here, okay? 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 Don't play!
Hey, young up. Okay.
All right, yeah, man. I'm tired as fuck, man. I hate to do this, but that motherfucker retarded as fuck. Look, I want to just say this real quick, man, because I've been up for the better part. I was in class all day. Then I had an interview with Alan Roger Curry, and then this shit. Shout out to Joseph Asbury. Joseph, man, put your business in there so we can shout the business out, man. He's a photographer himself, so Joseph, man, send me an ad to planetoshay@gmail.com if you had it, man. Send it to me so we can do some things for you, man. Again, Joseph Asbury, you guys check him out, man. He has a business in New York, and I actually want to put the if you could send me, like, if you have like an ad, or send me, because I want to put it in one of our vlogs, right? Because I've been promising you that. So email me at planetoshay@gmail.com for whatever ad you want me to put in there. Studio One production. Yeah, now I'll have Dima edit it into the vlog, one of the next fewest ones, man. So we really thank you and appreciate everybody. Studio One production. You guys, if you're in the New York area, consider Studio One production in Joseph Asbury. For those of you, I want to say this: we got to come back with a contest, Steve and LAR. What up, Vic? Let's do the roast. We're gonna do another Trail Nigga Island, right? We got to do that, and then on Sunday we got to do a Patreon stream only, where I think, Steve, they should be able to roast me and you.
Yeah, we just open those lines and let them talk shit.
Yeah, we just open, and then LAR gonna pick the winner because. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 2 contests this week, right? It might be 3. There was supposed to be a moderator battle royal, right? Hold on. This dude, stop the show. Hey, bro, what's this email for? Why are you putting your email in here?
A simping book, man. Maybe calm down.
I just want to know. Hold on, stop the show. Because he just threw his email down there like, I don't know why. What's his email for? What do you expect to get?
Nick, Nick.
A cheeseburger, nigga? What do you want? Because nigga just threw his email like.
Hey, we want them to.
I mean, wait. Hey, player. Stop the show. What do you expect to get in this ebook? I mean, in this email, nigga. Like, do you want a coupon, motherfucker? What do you want? I need to know. That nigga just threw his email like he supposed to get something. So I'm trying to figure out what it is you trying to get, nigga. You want some Bible scripture or something? Nigga? What do you want?
I think I'm a
nigga just out the blue. This nigga just threw his email like you know, you niggas are funny, man. Like stop the show. I need to know what do you expect, nigga? Help me help you out, motherfucker. What did you think you gonna get? Hello, you there? Nah, nigga, don't seem like I'm trying. You know what did you just threw your email like I need to know, nigga. What did you think you was going? He said Scooby snacks. He made a nigga donation. Okay, let me check it out. I'm gonna see. Hold on, maybe because he's looking for the ebook because hold on, I'm gonna check it real quick though. What up, Nick J? I know you donated today. Let me find out. Oh, let me see, Nick J. Oh, no.
Oh man, they gonna go hard. Man, they gonna eat your ass up on Sunday, oh shit. You talking all that shit?
No, he didn't give shit. So I don't know. Again, I'm trying to understand, pimping. I'm just trying. You trying to get some dick pic or something, my nigga? What are you looking for, nigga?
Oh man, my son.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna send you the free shit though, because that nigga you want something, so I'm this nigga just really threw his email up there like a motherfucker. Like, send me something, anything. It doesn't matter.
Continue to tell these motherfuckers what's gonna happen this weekend, sir.
Hey man, you niggas are something else, man. You black motherfuckers, man. You American niggas is something else, nigga. What'd you say? So yeah, we're gonna have some contests for you, right? And shout out to the Patreons, right? The Patreons are and the moderators, man. You know, the moderators keep the shit going and shit like that. But the Patreons, right? Every black man. Okay, so maybe he didn't get the ebook. So every black man, a lot of you niggas got $5 a month, right? All of you guys, I feel, that participate in this community that's known as the Negro Manosphere or this part of the Manosphere, we have content that's on the Patreon that we cannot post anywhere else, right? I got several roast videos. I'm talking a lot of shit about a lot of niggas and other content and other vlogs that are on there that are not anywhere else, right? So when you pledge on patreon.com, it's just $5 a month. And the reason why we want that pledge is because that pays all of the people that, you know, the people who run the site. We don't need AdSense money, right, to run the Negro Manosphere. We use the money from Patreon to cover everything. That's Alan Roger Curry, Rom, Donovan Sharp, all the ebooks, like the one I'm getting ready to send to Nick for free. He's not getting he getting the old shit though. But all of that, man, we give back to the brothers who support us, right? Because we want to help see you brothers make it. We want you guys to have your own media. We want you guys to have your own shit. So everything that you guys give us, we put back into this, right? We bring on other people, other writers, other, the radio shows like this one. We're able to do it. We get the professional people on staff to help us, like Steve and LAR Movement. So all you black men that listen to this, even after this, you brothers should be a Patreon of the negromanosphere.com, right? Just off the strength of what we've done in the last year. Okay. There's no reason why brothers can't be a Patreon for $5 a month for what we're doing. What we're doing is we're serving the underserved market, which is black men. And we have a great community. We have brothers who are like meeting now, brothers who are who travel, are going to Ghana, brothers who are living across the world, brothers in Malaysia, brothers in everywhere that are sharing. Our brothers that are millionaires, believe it or not, who are Patreons to me. So again, this is a network that you get to be exposed to other people in the network. And again, this is something that we're setting for you. Now, this is why we always talk to you brothers about the name of the negromanosphere.com. That means I don't expect white people to support us, even though we do have some people that do. I don't expect Asians to support us, even though we have people you do. I'm looking for black men to support us, right? Because it's about you. So again, if you don't support stuff that's for you, ain't nobody else gonna do it. All right. So this is a good opportunity for you guys to be a part of a network, to support, to get entertained, and to help support stuff that supports you. You always are always complaining, well, black men don't have our own entertainment. Nobody does something for us, but you need to support it, right? So that's the thing. $5 a month. It shouldn't be nothing to you niggas. You buying bitches sandals, you buying bitches collard green sandwiches and shit. 17 cents a day, you should be able to support brothers that are supporting you. And you get a lot for it, okay? For $5 a month, you guys got all the unlocked content, and then we gave away the free ebook, the ebook that was a Patreon only exclusive, just for the $5 a month. So really, we give more than anybody else does on Patreon. So so go ahead and support us over there. And also, Steve, go ahead and let people know about you and what they can get from your stuff.
But no, I just want to ask you, O'Shea, do you want me to give you because you were talking about my crusty feet on the pool table? You want me to give you that so you can put in the Patreon for him?
I don't want to scare anybody.
No.
I'm gonna use that to roast you on my next vlog.
I just thought you would want that if you want.
No, we don't want to see. No, we don't want to see them feet. No.
Roast the fuck out of me. Okay, guys, we just want to say shit, man. We got another call. You want me to take the call? You want me to keep talking?
No, go ahead and do what you need to do. Whatever you want to do.
All right, 202. I ain't shit. 202. Did you have a question, sir?
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Y'all talking to me?
Yeah, we talking. You're the only 202 on here, right?
I'm listening.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Throw you back in then. All right. Well, last one. 111. Did you have a question?
What's up, you bitch ass nigga?
And find me at.
Oh, shit.
I can't do this LAR movement. Guys, anyway, I just want to say if you want to find me, you can find me at themanmindset.com. If you want to join our membership, now's the time to get in. We have over 54 hours of video and information for you up already. And we have free webinars every Saturday and Sunday. So check that out, themanmindset.com.
All right. So again, guys, shout out to everybody, Dontex, Diana Powell's, everybody. It's an entertaining show. Thank you guys again. LAR, man, what do you want to say before we get up out of here?
Thanks for having me. And y'all, if y'all find me, I'm at LAR Movement on YouTube. I got the little Bill Cosby sweater thing on now. So, you'll see me when you see me.
Are you working tomorrow or can you come on tomorrow?
I'm working tomorrow. I'm working Saturday. So
what time do you get off tomorrow?
Sunday. Say that again?
What time do you get off tomorrow?
I don't know yet.
Okay. So definitely, man, whenever you want to come on, you always on.
Oh, shit. I want to say one thing.
We're good. So,
guys, look at this right here. And if y'all can see it, I'm just showing y'all. Look, I'm being honest with you guys. If you can see it, I don't know. Can they see it? There it is up close. You see that right there?
Yeah.
I'm one background check away. I told y'all when I saw that Amazon, look, when I saw that Amazon Flex, I told you I was going to jump on it and make that paper. I am one click away from background check, and then I'm going to be making some extra money. That's the hustle, guys. Whenever there's opportunities, you got to take it. And as it, y'all, look, I told y'all I was going to do it, and here's the proof. I got one more check, and that's the background check. And once I'm done with that, I'll be working for Amazon, baby, on the side.
Hey, you gonna fuck around and deliver a package to motherfucker you cussed out on here? They gonna beat your ass. People like, well, look who's delivering my package. Get your ass in here, bitch. Yeah, talking that man mindset, and they be going upside your goddamn head with a loaf of bread, motherfucker. They be fucking your ass. I'll be rooting their ass. Beat his ass. Get his ass, please. Please, Jesus, get him. All right, look. Thank you, everybody, man. We'll see you guys. Now, I'm sorry to cut the show short tonight, man, but I'm just so fucking tired. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning, and I have to get up in the morning. So, again, great show, you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right,
peace, fellas.
Peace.